sort of kind of traced your path here. How did you end up at Purdue? What was the connection?
So basically, my coach Dan Meyer, I actually played a prep year in Florida, Clearwater Academy. Knew Coach Henson from USC. So when I got out of college in Canada and I was just looking to use my last year down in the States, there was a connection there with Coach Henson and Coach Dan that brought me down here for sure. So,
what's been the biggest difference between the football you're used to and the football you're playing here?
I definitely say that yard. In Canada, also we got an extra man. So we're playing with 12, and then that extra yard is a lot different. I've adapted to it over spring camp, and it's been great.
Just the line overall. Kind of talk about its development and how you think it's coming together.
I think the line's coming together really well. A lot of leaders. Chop's been great. Came over from UNLV, and he's just been a good leader to me. And we were able to bounce stuff off each other and stuff like that. And meeting Ethan Trent, great guy, went on scholarship yesterday. I'm really happy for him. Hardworking guy. And then 2 tackles, Joey is just a absolute baller. I love playing beside him. And then we got Bakeen on the right tackle, just athletic specimen for sure.
We talked to Ethan early in camp, and he said that your vocabulary was something he had to adapt to. Was that something you found that wasn't natural maybe for a lot of these guys?
I might have a little bit of an accent. They say it compares a lot to the Minnesota accent, so I guess it's just accent and then a little bit of lingo here and there. So,
well, when you say from Canada to other people, what are the stereotypes you get the most?
I definitely say the accent A, and then just my overall talking about. They make fun of me for saying about like that. It's good though. It's a good little laugh we have.
Did you play hockey?
Yes, I started football in high school at St. Paul's High School down in Manitoba, and I played 10 years of hockey before that. So I played competitively hockey, and then actually my brother was in high school football at St. Paul's, and he's the one who kind of got me into football, and Coach Daynard. So it was an awesome move for me, and I think it was a good change.
How about the season for the Winnipeg Jets?
Yeah, they've been doing great. Actually, one of the guys on the team, they're playing Chicago tomorrow, so I'm excited for that game. They've done really well, so excited for that in the whiteout party.
Who's your favorite hockey player?
Ooh, I'd say growing up, it was definitely Ovechkin, and then Zdeno Chara of the Boston Bruins for sure.
Giant.
Yeah.
How much of a challenge is it for you when you're snapping to 3 or 4 different quarterbacks over the course of camp?
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely adapted to it, and I mean, they're all great. I mean, Evans, Malachi, EJ, they're just great quarterbacks. They demand the ball. They really know what's going on in the offense. So it's been a really easy transition when snapping to all of them because they're very good quarterbacks.
We talked to a couple of the defensive linemen earlier this week, and they spoke highly of your energy and then kind of how you play. Have you always kind of had that energy, or where did it kind of stem from?
I think my energy's kind of stemmed from just being a mauler. I like finishing guys. I think my biggest play style is just getting off the ball and just being that yard's been nice to play face-to-face with the guys. So, I mean, just getting off the ball and balling guys has been my favorite thing for sure.
Did you have any other options coming down here?
So I didn't really explore into the transfer portal at all. So it was just kind of word to mouth. I was talking to a couple other different schools just out there, but it was more FCS, and then group of 4 after I was kind of talking to Purdue and stuff. So, but I mean, I knew this was home as soon as when I came here. It was my first visit, and I knew as soon as when I met the whole coaching staff, Coach Odom, Coach Henson, Coach Weiss, it was just instant like this, and then it was easy decision from there.
Had you heard of Purdue at all before?
Yes. So Coach Kelly Butler, he went here.
Yeah.
He's a tackle. He's from Canada. He runs a program, Recruit Ready, and they've been huge for me and in my process, and what they've been able to do for me has been awesome and great. And then him playing here, like, he spoke highly of it. Great academic school. I'm in agribusiness, so I really enjoy everything here. So
we had like an offensive line academy you attended?
So it's a program, nonprofit program in Winnipeg, Manitoba, out in Canada. They showcase kids all over the U.S., 7-on-7 teams, bring them out to camps all over, showcases and stuff like that, and they do it all at kindness of their heart, and it's all free for us. So.
Did you primarily play center in Canada, or were you?
No, so actually, funny enough, my first freshman year when I was 18, I played left tackle, and then I got bumped inside to left guard, and then that's where I stuck for 2 years at left guard. And then transitioning over here, I obviously knew I was going to make the transition to center. Obviously, to maybe get a shot at the next level, that would be my position for sure. But I did play a little bit in high school for sure, in Clearwater.
Why was center the place where you need to play for the next level?
I believe for myself, it's my height and measurables and stuff. And I believe at the next level, I could really just strike at center. Like, that's my biggest thing.
Asking, I can't remember which of the quarterbacks the other day, just about what they expect from a center, and they said the more that you can take off the plate for them, the better.
Yeah.
So how much have you had to maybe take your football IQ or just your awareness or your ability to read to like another level just to be what a center needs to be?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is Coach Henson and Coach Weiss have helped me a lot, adapting to an American defense and also learning the defense. I mean, Coach Henson said the most important thing. He says you're second in command. You're the center, the second in command, right behind the quarterback. So, I mean, the biggest thing for me is now getting comfortable with the defense and just reading out and making my calls, and then that'll help the whole offense.
Have they been doing anything exotic with the defense at all this spring, just to give you some looks that you have to pick up on?
Yeah, one thing I haven't seen is they do a cross blitz. I mean, Manny and Alex, 2 linebackers, they've just been giving me competition every day, and I'm loving it. But that X blitz is something I've never seen before, and it's something I have to adapt to for sure.
We heard you did some bear hunting up in Canada. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I grew up hunting and fishing with my dad and grandpa. So that's just what I take. Like, I love doing. That's like my second thing outside of football. And I mean, it's I killed a bear in last year was my biggest one. So it weighed in about 370 pounds. So big black bear for sure.
Is that bare hands or how'd you pick it up?
No, I shot it. Yeah.
Anything else?
Thanks, Joe.